Hello everybody, and I'd like to welcome you to our last coffee chat for the year, so the last coffee chat for 2011. And Anne and I today, we are having our coffee in a lovely boardroom down in central Auckland, looking out to a ship out there in the busy traffic, and just enjoying being together, talking about what's happened this year and where we're going for next year. And Anne's going to be talking to us a little bit today about never in your wildest dreams. So welcome, Anne. Share with us.
Thanks, Janice. Yeah, so of course this is the last month. You've seen this all year. We finally managed to get it the right way around. Although it's a book of predictions for 2011 and 2012, just things are happening so fast. We're still looking at the EU. Goodness knows what's going to happen there. So each year, about October time, I start thinking in terms of the next opt-in book for the website, the Corporate Toolbox. And this year was no different, but I just didn't want to do another boring business book. Not that business is boring, but I just didn't, tips and all of that kind of thing. So I came up with the title, In My Wildest Dreams, because I felt that the one thing that the world needs most right now is not more tips, not more information. What they need right now is actually hope.
Hope, absolutely.
Yeah, because, every day you open the papers. And I'm sick of talking about doom and gloom, so I just decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. And so, In My Wildest Dreams, so I sent out a call to all my authors. I've got about 260 authors that I represent now. But I also sent it to a wider audience. I've put it on Facebook and I put it on LinkedIn.
Oh, right, okay.
Looking for stories. And I was very clear that I wanted stories of people who had overcome massive challenges. And I didn't really care what the challenges were. The theme was, what was your vision or dream? What was your biggest fear? What did you do to overcome that fear? And what was the final outcome? Because obviously we wanted the loop closed so that it was a successful story. And I sat back and waited, and it's like, oh my goodness, you should see some of these stories that have come in from all over the world. Just mind-blowing. I mean, every story I would sit and have the tissues going because they were just so powerful. So the What Next book will be taken down over the next couple of weeks. And in the interim, I'm putting up the Never in Our Wildest Dreams story. There's two parts to what happened. One was, of course, we ended up with this concept of Never in Our Wildest Dreams. And I was having my monthly meeting with my webman. We talk every month about what we need to do on the website. And he said he never passes comment. He's a young guy, and if I say, I'd like to do, and he'll give me some tips or thoughts. But he never passes comment until I was telling him about this book. And he said, do you mind if I say something? And I went, absolutely. He's part of my team. He said, don't put that book on the toolbox. And I went, why?
Wow.
I was quite shocked. And he said, it's actually too special.
Wow.
And it just made me go goosebumps. Here's a young guy saying, this book is too special. He said, you need a standalone website for this book. It is worth a standalone site. So I said, fine, pause, leave it there. Oh, and also he had his smartphone with him. And I said, okay, Google for me or search for me inmywildestdreams.com to try and get the domain name. Well, of course, if you ever try to get a domain name these days with a .com, they're all gone. Yeah. Everything's gone. So we tried 2 or 3 and they'd all gone. So I said, okay, just leave it and I'll go home and I'll have a play around. I went home, I put into my domain search engine, neverinOurWildestDreams.com, and I got it.
Wow, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're into signs, but if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. So we built step back again, because I really wasn't in a financial position to be able to build another website. And my partner, I was telling my partner about it, and he glazes over now when I talk about all this
stuff. They do
stuff.
sometimes that don't quite get what we're doing, do they?
Yeah, whatever.
And your partners might be the same out there.
My partner's exactly the same. And I said, but I can't afford it. And he said, I'll fund it.
Wow. Wow.
Now, my partner's an accountant. They don't fund anything. So there's a never in my wildest dreams moment. So that's what we've done. He has funded Paul, my webman, to build a completely separate site. And although it's kind of away from the corporate toolbox, which I'll talk to you about shortly anyway, you will want to go to that site. You will want to read these stories. You will want to pass these stories on. In fact, so much so that I decided not to turn it into a book, because even that, some of the stories would have got lost. What we're doing is we're uploading one story per fortnight.
Okay, right.
So they're standalone stories. They're just worth standing alone.
Wow.
So watch that space.
Wow, fabulous, yeah.
So now I was left with no opt-in book.
Can I just stop?
Yeah,
how do people get hold of that? Can people register for that, or so that
it will be? Janice will put up the URL underneath here. It's www.neverinOurwildestdreams.com, which will take you straight to the site.
Right. Okay.
Or just give us a few days, and even if you go to our regular website, www.thecorporatetoolbox.com, you will find it there. We're going to put it up as our opt-in book just temporarily until I get, because of course now I was left without a new opt-in book.
Yep.
So what I've done for the regular opt-in book for the business site is I've contacted all my authors and I've chosen the top 20 articles of the year, and you will get, the opt-in book will be the very best business articles of the year.
Fabulous. Yeah.
And that will be called, I think we've called it Business Tips for Turbulent Times.
Right.
So there's going to be 2 books, but don't miss the opportunity to go and have a look at these stories. They're just stunning.
Fabulous, yeah.
Makes me go goosebumps.
So we know when things happen, it's like it's supposed to be happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's getting ourselves into that space to be actually able to embrace that concept instead of kind of push it away and sort of think,
and accept
can't
that
do it.
you found a little vein of something that's quite unique or special. I mean, I believe everything's about timing. You can work away, beaver away at whatever it is, and you can be flogging a dead horse, it seems, and then just suddenly there's a shift, and it's like the idea whose time has come.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But just to finish up this clip, I just want to say a couple of things. I blog regularly on LinkedIn and Facebook. And in our last YouTube clip, we talked about the power of the web and being here. We're 2 older people who, this is all brand new for us.
But we're still with it, even though we're older people.
We're still cool.
Mature, I say to my travel students.
With
mature, I used to say.
But the point I want to make is you have to be there to get noticed. 2 things have come out of me blogging. We're in New Zealand, we're at the bottom of the world. I have been booked. Now, it may not happen, I don't know. But I got an inquiry, would I be interested in doing a 10-city business tour? Because I'm a professional speaker as well as doing what I'm doing. Of course. But then the other thing is a gorgeous man who I just happened to bump into on LinkedIn, liked what I do, is interested in the business concept that I run. He's asked me to mentor him. He's in Dar es Salaam. I don't even know where that is. I think it's in North Africa.
We'll have to get Google out and search it. Yeah.
So you gotta be here. You gotta show up. You gotta be present. I think it's Woody Allen said that 99% of success
is just showing up.
Absolutely, yeah. But I'm going to leave you with this thought, because I want more stories for this book.
Okay.
Never in Our Wildest Dreams. I don't know whether you're a fan of Richard Bach or if you've even heard of Richard Bach. Richard Bach wrote the Jonathan Livingston sequel
did that,
movie, which, is my generation. The younger ones probably wouldn't have even heard of it. But I collect quotes, and one of his quotes says, if you believe that your dream is fulfilled, if you're alive, it isn't.
Interesting.
So think about that.
That's interesting, yeah.
So...
good one to leave us on, Anne. That's a fabulous one.
So send me your stories.
Okay,
We want your stories.
We'll put the link down there. Yeah.
Oh.
And I just want to
So-
thank everyone for listening, and thank Anne for sharing ideas with us. I'd like to reiterate about Facebook as well. We're just doing some stuff on Twitter and getting some great results as well. So for us, from the year end of 2011, have a wonderful Christmas and
Absolutely.
Happy New Year, and we will see you on the other side.
We'll see you in 2012, which is going to be a great year.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.